Why does initiating feel so risky in long-term relationships?
Not even long-term relationships. Initiating, I feel like, is just makes you scared to begin with. Like you get nervous.
Yeah. So who initiates more in our relationship?
You
Yeah,
for lots of reasons.
me too. I agree.
Me too.
I agree. You get it. Whatever.
I think within every relationship, there's always one person that initiates things more.
For sure.
That's just typically how it falls. The cookie crumbles, whatever you want to say. In our relationship, I feel like I don't as much because of fear of rejection. That's just something that always is brewing in my mind from past experiences and just other things. So that's why I don't as much.
I feel like that's a common reason people don't initiate.
Yeah.
That's like a common reason for people not expressing their wants and needs for intimacy as well. Like
Yeah.
rejection plays a huge role in everything. I feel like sometimes it's people don't initiate because they want to feel like invited, if that makes sense.
They want to feel wanted.
Yeah, like if it's like they want you to make the move first, but not necessarily you initiate the whole thing first, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Like if they feel like you're interested in them in that way in that moment, then they feel invited and then they can initiate more, if that
Yeah.
makes sense.
No, it does. I think that's what happens a lot of the times in a lot of relationships.
Yeah. I also feel like some people just think the other isn't interested. That's just
Yeah.
and not even a rejection thing. They just think they don't want to at that time.
Yeah, but that also plays along with confidence and stuff like that cuz like are you confident in what how you're feeling?
Yeah.
Like are you confident in what's making you feel that way?
Mm-hmm.
Cuz if you're not, then that'll definitely play a part into like them thinking they somebody doesn't want to when if something was tried, it would probably happen.
Yeah. I also feel like one person in a relationship naturally initiates more.
Yeah.
Like there's nothing that's just it comes down to one person who naturally does it more. And I feel like most of the time it's probably men,
Probably.
but it could be the other way around.
No, I feel like it's probably mostly men based on all the comments and everything we've
Yeah.
seen like on our TikToks and stuff. I think men are more so than initiators, but there's a lot of women that are too.
Yeah. It could also just be like not a person's personality to be the initiator.
Yeah, I guess.
Like that's just something that I don't know isn't a huge part of them. Maybe they do every once in a while, but I don't know. It's pretty simple. Like if it's not their personality, this is what it is.
Yeah, like it more so is like a passive type of personality, like
Yeah.
or I don't know, love languages plays a big part in it too. Like if your love language is physical touch, then they might initiate more
Yeah.
if they have physical touch, or they might not. But that might be like an issue within the relationship that if your partner has physical touch as like their first love language and you're not initiating with them, that's making them think that you're not interested in them or you don't want them or you whatever the case may be.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of things that could.
I feel like stress could play a role in it. Like if someone's super stressed out, they're probably not gonna initiate things.
Probably.
Maybe they would, but I feel like stress does play a role. Especially
Stress also causes a lot of other things too, like it causes rejection.
yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's like a double-edged sword.
Yeah, stress is just a tough thing to navigate. Extreme stress. A little stress is normal, whatever. Initiating isn't about desire, it's about who's more comfortable being vulnerable.
Yeah, I feel like you said that at the beginning, and that's totally facts.
Yeah.
Even though throughout our years, like we've learned, like not even just with intimacy, but with everything, the more that something makes you feel, like the thought of something makes you feel uncomfortable, the more likely you should do it because it will make you grow. If it, not every situation, like you don't need to twist what I'm saying. I think you get the gist of what I'm saying, though.
Yeah. Get comfortable being uncomfortable.
Yeah.
So, rejection, how that actually feels. Uh, I feel like a lot of people take it personal, even when it's not. Like, if someone's extremely exhausted and tired, and they take it as, I don't want you
Mm-hmm.
type thing. Like, they always take it personal, even though it's not.
It's really hard to not take it personal
Yeah,
in a
because
lot
what it
of
is.
situations because it plays a bigger role than just like saying no or like saying you don't want to. Like there's a lot behind it that makes people feel, maybe not everybody, but I think it's more so a lot of women that make them feel a certain type of way. Like just they question about themselves, they question like the relationship. If it's like an over occurring thing, I think that more so happens.
Yeah,
But, every now and then saying no, it is what it is. But
yeah,
I think there's just a lot more that happens emotionally and like damaging long term if it's an all the time occurring thing.
yeah. I agree with that. Repeated rejection definitely changes people's behavior. Like, they're initiating.
Mhm.
Like, it for sure plays a role in that. We had a time in our relationship where it was constant rejection early on ish in our relationship. Well, we were together for like what, 3 years at the time?
I'm not sure.
It was a while ago. But anyways, this is kind of like a good thing for people to hear because you had the Mirena
Mhm.
and it messed with your what hormones? What I guess
Yeah, it
I don't know
messed
if
with me a
that's
lot in a
what
lot
it
of
was.
ways.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but like I mean, we barely did stuff for like a solid 3 month span.
Yep.
I don't even I don't know how many times in that 3 months we did, but I know it was like constant rejection, and yeah, it was a tough time, but we got out of it eventually.
Yeah, I think it's with women, hormones play a big role into
Yeah,
saying no or saying yes. Like even sometimes when it's just uncontrollable. Like we don't like if we don't want to, like we can't.
yeah,
Like it's not like a flip a switch type of shit like dudes can do.
yeah.
Yeah, it's tough.
And it wasn't like I was just like asking. Like I was actually trying, and it was just yeah.
Yeah.
It was a hard time, but we got through it.
Yeah, and postpartum and pregnancy was a very hard time for me.
Yes,
And
but your
that's something
body,
that still affects me.
like can't. I mean, like right after, you can't even do anything for
Yeah.
12 weeks or whatever it is, eight
Yeah.
weeks. Yeah, a lot of that stuff plays roles, and then it can change your habits. Um, so it's just good for people to work on them. If that happens, if you can. I sometimes I feel like constant rejection could be like the other partner isn't interested anymore,
Exactly.
and then the relationship at some point relatively quickly after that probably comes to an end.
I mean, that's kind of harsh. I don't know if it would come to an end just like
What?
that. If you're in a long term relationship and it's a constant rejection, like you
It,
were saying no to me all the fucking time, and it still affects me.
if you say no for 6 months straight,
Mm-hmm. Okay, well, 6 months is a long time.
well, I don't know how people operate. I mean,
Well, like you
there's
said, a rough like 2 3 months.
right, but if both people are showing effort and like you're trying to understand what the cause of it is, like, because that's what we did. Like, we try to figure out what the cause of it is. Like, how can we get out of it and get past it? And then
Mm-hmm.
eventually you do. That's fine. But, like, you got couples who one person is just rejecting the other person for months on end. I mean, I've heard about it
Yeah, no, I
in
have to.
people I know. And their relationship quickly comes to an end. Like, maybe it takes 6 months of rejection because one
Yeah.
person can hang on that long, but like eventually it becomes like, all right, you clearly either don't like me or don't care or something,
I
so
mean,
let's
yeah, I
just call
think
it
that
quits.
that's a little extreme. There's definitely something going on in a relationship, or if there is something going on with your body, or I don't know, you have to eliminate all possible options.
Yeah, but you have to want to, like,
Yeah,
you have to
exactly. You have
want to
to
know why.
realize it's an issue and want to get rid of the issue.
Yeah, So when initiating becomes one-sided, that's when desire starts to feel unequal. And we were kind of just talking about that. Like,
Yes, because let's say one is trying and constantly rejected, and then when we or they do something, they only do it because it's on their terms, the other person.
yeah.
It's not something that is it is a two-way thing. Like both people want to do it, but it makes it seem like it's only important to get done when it's the other person wanting to do it. If
Yeah.
you're constantly being told no.
And that leads to stopping initiating.
Yep.
Um,
I think that is why a lot of people stop initiating and just aren't like don't have as big of an ego in the bedroom anymore.
ego bruising. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hurts people's egos. And then people pull back emotionally. Like I was kind of talking about, like if one person is always being rejected or the same person is always initiating, then it's like, you know, you can pull back emotionally from that. Like it ruins the relationship.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think that people don't always think about how big of an issue it is. Like it's so easy to just say like no, I don't want to right now. But people don't realize how big of an issue it could cause. Things like that boil like from constant saying no, or like it works best when both parties consider the other person's emotions and feelings. Even when, like, it's totally okay to say no. I'm just saying, like, consider the situation of, like, if it's a constant thing happening and stuff like that, because it can do a lot of damage to a relationship. And sex and stuff always gets put as, like, fun and playful and stuff like that, but it could be a big L in your relationship if you're not aligned in that category.
And that can ruin it, too. Like, can ruin your relationship, that type of stuff. And also just like, this is kind of back on the rejection topic, but I've seen this with people I know. When they're rejected so much, it goes into what we're talking about now. They pull back emotionally, and that's not just like that's in every way that they pull back. Like I've seen people get rejected so many times by their partners, and then they just stop doing nice things for them. They stop saying nice things to them. They stop wanting to go on dates and like go out and do stuff. Like
yeah, that's kind of what I said about how it plays a bigger role than just an easy no.
Yeah, and like when they go on dates, they want to end them really quick. Like, let's just go home. I just want to play fucking video games or something. Like,
yeah,
I've seen that, and so I know that that's a thing, and it's how some relationships go.
I think
you've seen it too.
Yeah, the biggest thing in a relationship, and no matter what category you're talking about, I feel like that we've learned within our 10-year thing is everything should be pretty close to 50-50. If everything is close, like 60-40, 50-50, always in that range, I think things will be smooth.
Yeah.
As long as you find a happy median in 60-40, 50-50, there shouldn't be any issues. But that just goes along with compromising and sacrificing and considering, reading the room, like everything. And everything when it comes to a relationship is always deeper than surface level.
Yeah.
Always.
And when we're talking about this, we're obviously not counting like people whose personalities aren't the initiating type. If that's your personality, like that's nothing totally you can do about it.
Yeah.
But I would say to the partner who initiates more in a relationship where someone doesn't because of their personality or that's just not who they are, make sure you consistently initiate and then ask them like, should I more or less? Because maybe they have a preference and maybe they won't come straight to you about it or something. So it'd be good to ask them to make sure everything's good.
When I say like 50-50 or 60-40, it's based off of you as a person. Mm-hmm. Like you two as a person and mixed personalities together. Mm-hmm. So it's not like every relationship is the same. Like we should each be initiating 50% of the time. That's not how every relationship is. Yeah. But when you mix the two together, you need to find a happy median between your two personalities and your two traits. Yeah. Otherwise, it causes issues.
Yeah. I think another problem that goes along with this is like reading signals or misreading signals.
Yeah.
Like one person thinks that like their little subtle hints that they make are obvious and the other person doesn't think that they're obvious, like doesn't really understand or know. And then like obviously some people just need direct communication, just like told like, hey, you DTF.
Yeah,
that's a
you
little
have to
direct,
figure
but
out
yeah.
what the happy median is within your relationship. And a lot of the time, people interpret saying no as, or like being stressed isn't an excuse or something. You know what I'm saying? Like people don't consider that like, yeah, stress makes you just say no.
Yeah.
Like that, like if you're under a lot of stress, then yeah, you're probably not going to want to do anything.
Yeah.
That's just how it is. But you have to, take the time and the seconds for yourself and then realize that it's not always just about you in a relationship.
Yeah. Stress doesn't equal disinterest.
Right. And it gets mistaken for that.
Very easily, yeah, I feel like. The subtle hints one, I understand. Like, personally, because I'm not very good at taking subtle hints.
No, you're just not good at reading the room, respectfully. You're not good at reading the room at all. You don't consider your surroundings. And that's not even
I'm just
diss.
me.
Like, it's just plain and simple. Like, you are horrible at that.
Yeah. I'm just me. I don't pick up on the subtle hints very well. I'm a person that I like the very direct, like, cut to the chase, like, fuck all the bullshit, just be direct. Like, it works way easier for me because it helps me understand. Honestly, we've talked about a different situation in another video, but like how girls will be like, why, or a guy will say, I'm gonna go out with the boys tonight, and you had no previous plans, and the girls will be like, fine, whatever, or something like that. Mm-hmm. But that fine whatever really means like, I wish you would just stay on the couch and hang out and watch TV. That's annoying that you're going.
Some girls might mean it that way. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, but it's just a shitty example. But like, I'm the type of person where don't say, yeah, I guess, or whatever, if you don't mean it. Just tell me what the fuck you mean, and we can go according.
Hey, I think sometimes you need to take your own advice with that, because you have a really hard time saying yes or no to a lot of questions.
No, I say I don't care.
Exactly.
Because I don't care. That's like the straightforward, honest answer. Like, if you say you want burgers tonight, I say I don't care. Because I'm okay with not having them. I'm okay with having them.
No, your common answer is always we can, or I can, or I hate it. I literally hate it. There is nothing wrong with saying yes or no. We are almost 30 years old.
Yeah, but
for being such a straightforward person, you really lack yes or no's.
Yeah, but that I don't care is also straightforward.
No,
it just shifts not, though, responsibility onto you, like.
And that's not always fair.
But it is, though, because you're the one who has a. Like, if I say yes,
I don't usually care.
Counter with, well, maybe we could have something else. If I say no, then you say, well, I really wanted that. So I just got to the point where it's like, I don't care, you pick. Because I really don't care.
I'm just saying, if somebody's asking for a yes or no question, you should answer with a yes or no question. Or yes or no answer.
Why is initiation important? Well, because of how it makes you feel.
Yeah.
Like, you feel wanted, desired, attractive, liked. I mean, all the good things.
Basically everything, yeah.
Someone initiates. It
makes things feel like it's not one-sided.
Yeah, it's mutual.
Mm-hmm.
And, yeah, it just makes you feel good. I feel like you don't have to elaborate too much on that. Like, that's self-explanatory.
I think when saying no, it's okay to say no. I think, but having an explanation as to why helps the other person understand a little bit more. And no, it's not always needed. Like, you don't always need to explain why you don't want to. But it could make things be interpreted a lot better if you say why.
Yeah. And also just changing maybe the wording.
Yeah.
Instead of no, saying like not right now.
Yeah, exactly.
That makes sense, because it's not like a no forever. I mean, maybe for some people it's no forever, but then
maybe.
bye-bye relationship, but
yeah.
Still. I feel like couples just have to have open conversations where they feel comfortable talking about like frequency of how often they want to do things or whatever, and then just like level with each other, like we've been saying the whole episode. Like, just know if you have a different personality, then I said, like, ask them.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
you have to understand your partner's wants and needs, and you have to then consider it with your own.
Yeah.
Like, that's again where you meet in the middle with everything. That's how long relationships work. Like, when anybody asks, like, how have you guys been together so long? Compromise. 50-50 communication.
I think another point is to understand that stress isn't a lack of attraction, and knowing that, because everybody in the world is going to have very stressful days. Like, it's life. This shit ain't easy. Like, no matter who you are, what you do. So I think understanding that that's going to happen eventually, and just knowing, like, it's a brief moment, you'll get by it.
Yep.
But that all of it comes down to communication. Like, if you want to know how to have a successful, healthy, long-lasting relationship, communicate. Like, that's what it comes down to.
From experience, yeah.
And then I feel like another thing is you got to show appreciation for your partner, even if you're not like in the mood. You appreciate their effort, even though the timing's off, whatever. Like, the effort counts. So
yeah, effort is better than nothing.
Yeah, that would lead to pulling back.
That correlates with just reading the room.
Yeah.
Sometimes all it takes to switch things up and spice things up in a relationship is to just express that you want it.
Like, verbally.
Yeah, just say it. I don't know. That might change a lot of things. Like, sometimes just communicating your feelings can change a lot of aspects.
Yeah, 100%. Well, I think we covered a lot on this topic today.
Yeah, I think so too.
I'm sure there's more that we could dive into, but this, I mean, a lot of it is self-explanatory. Like,
yeah. Well, if you're listening on Apple or Spotify, please make sure to rate us a 5-star. We would really appreciate it, and pushes us out to more people, so more people can listen to our podcast and learn things and benefit from them. So we would really appreciate a 5-star. It literally takes 2 seconds to do it.
Yeah, I just waved at the camera, and I just realized Apple and Spotify can't see me.
No.
Yeah, if you're watching on YouTube, subscribe and like the video, and comment if you want to. Comment, let us know more videos we should do.
Also, welcome to our new YouTube. If you are watching on YouTube.
Oh, it's a new channel. Yeah.
We finally decided to make a separate YouTube channel for the Backdoor podcast, so it's completely separate than Stuff and Chaos. Yeah. So if you are listening on Apple and Spotify, we do have a full YouTube
video
directed towards the podcast, where it is a video, so you can watch us talking podcast form, whatever. And yeah, so I'm super excited to get that going and put all of our old podcasts on there. So right now we are still posting our new podcast first, and then once a week we are posting old podcasts. As the weeks go on, we should be caught up eventually, but yeah, everything will be on there for now as far as video podcast form. But the Backdoor is now closed.